guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to react to another documentary type of episode from Cashual track about SB19 member Stell. And this is also called What Nobody Understands About Stell. But in the thumbnail it said that he almost got married. And I don't know anything about that, so I mean, if you know, you know. I love Stell because he has that voice, and you know that he has that voice, and yeah, he's just special in that sense. So I'm quite interested to see and learn more about him as an individual, especially with that type of statement on a thumbnail. So I'm not gonna really stop in the video, I'm just gonna watch it, enjoy it, and I hope you can too. And just in these types of like documentary type of episodes, I just think like just grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's just watch it together. And yeah, I mean, let's go.
Ala, nag-send ka ng stars na tatlo.
Kaya nga ako nagtatrabaho sa SB19 kasi kailangan ko yun eh.
Kasi pumunta ako doon, kumbaga, para ipakita ko ng hits dito. Pero yun talaga pa rin yung napapansin ng mga tao.
He made it to like the intro song really intense.
A lot of people dream about the perfect lifestyle house, full of love, talent, and people who support him unconditionally. Stell's life seems flawless, but behind it is a different reality. For years, Stell's talent seems to have been ignored, and some haters even resort to seeing him as the group's visual hole. So in today's video, it's his time to shine because he obviously and rightfully so deserves it.
What? What do they mean, visual?
Mr. Ajero's adventure started in Las Piñas City, Philippines. Aside from singing, Stell's parents also loved watching classic Hollywood action movies, so he was named after Sylvester Stallone. He's the eldest child among 3 siblings. Stell has been dancing ever since he was a kid because his parents used to ask him to dance in front of their relatives at family gatherings. Stell grew up as a happy and playful kid. In fact, he was very good in children's games such as Habulantaya, Tagu-Taguan, Takyan, and even basketball. There was a time when he was playing basketball with Ivan, his younger brother, and he did a nasty crossover that sent his brother disoriented into a parked car, giving him a big lump on his forehead. And you might not believe this, but Stell has a grandma who can see ghosts and even revealed that she used to see a headless child figure in their restroom. There was also an instance when Stell got possessed by a paranormal entity, which led to him having a fear of ghosts since then.
Is that true?
Stell had his high school days at St. Mark's Institute, and he was very active as a student. He had multiple extracurricular activities like joining the school choir as the only male soprano, and also joining the dance sports club, performing ballroom dance and even Filipino folk dance, which explains why he performs tinikling so effortlessly. In his second year, he joined a hip-hop dance club called Campus Image Revolt, and this was when he started winning. They won the Sketcher Street Dance Battle Year 3 and also became a finalist the next year after. This was Stell at 13 years old. And he was already this good? Sheesh! After high school, he studied college in STI Makati for a degree in hotel and restaurant management. This was when he enhanced his talent in cooking and baking. Yup, he can do that too. As expected, he kept dancing in college. Some of his crewmates from Las Piñas even followed him there. Just check out this cool tryout clip. Some people had no idea how good Stell already was. I think he was with Ello of Yara here if I'm not mistaken. People were teasing him at first, but when they started dancing, they went speechless. See for yourself.
1, 2, 3. Nice, Stell! Nice one, Stell!
Ala, din nyo na alam sa video.
Yo, Stell can even breakdance? Sheesh, guys!
Wow, he's... I mean, for that age,
After that, he
that's
went
really
on to
good.
become a part of STI Makati's dance image and won the national championship in 2011. And you know what's crazy? He did all that while working at McDonald's and teaching dance to kids with special needs, which is a clear testament of Stell's sincere love and patience for kids. But with many great deeds comes a heavy price. Stell's body took a toll as he had been overworking himself, resulting in nearly developing acute pulmonary edema. Almost all of his extra money he made went straight to his hospital bills.
Yeah,
Stell had
that's
to
in that
stop
episode that we
everything
watched.
he was doing in order to recover, and his aunt offered to fly him to Japan to become a babysitter for his younger relatives. He stayed there for 6 months, which explains why he can speak Nihongo.
Asta gakko ga arimasu ka? No, nai.
This brings us to another crazy story. Stell's aunt had a rich Japanese friend who took a liking to Stell's overall personality and attempted to arrange a marriage with him. This friend had big businesses and was already set up for life. So if Stell said yes, it would have been a good decision. But instead, Stell said no and chose to go back to the Philippines instead to chase his dreams. He met his former crewmates
God,
again and
imagine.
then later formed Seion. Because of their experience and winning mentality, they immediately found success by winning multiple local dance competitions. They competed in every dance contest they knew and won most of them. And because of that, they started gaining fans. One of those fans was Josh. It's actually quite obvious just looking at his past tweets. Stell's performances sparked Josh's passion for dancing, so he started training himself and eventually was taken under Stell's wings. Josh was technically older than Stell, but he saw him as his big bro because he knew for a fact that there's a lot to learn from him. Fast forward to late 2013, they became official co-members and went on to win multiple international titles. One of their biggest breaks was at K-pop festival in Incheon in 2014. Their whole stay and the competition itself was televised, and I'm telling you, there were moments that straight up just proved how much of a monster Stell already was. One part of the show was the mentoring session where renowned Korean choreographers would judge their dance routine.
파워풀한 동작이 돋보이는 필리핀 방탄소년단 커버댄스 팀.
And Stell's group was the only one that impressed them.
너무 잘한다고 생각했는데 표정에서 힘이 든 게 너무 드러나는 거예요. 유지하는 게 중요할 것 같고 처음에 초반에 이렇게 하는 부분 있잖아요. 딱딱하게 잡는 것 말고 부드럽게 해야 하는 부분에서 조금 더 부드러운 느낌을 살려야 될 것 같아요. 그거를 염두를 해가지고 연습을 하면은 봤을 때 더 좋은 무대가 될 것 같아요.
It gets crazier when they played the dance relay game with the K-pop group Fiestar. Do you know what Stell did? He single-handedly and accurately danced each random K-pop song that were given to him. Just take a look at their reaction.
완벽한 안무 재현에 강한 힌트가 된
He has
핑크
crafted
안무까지
his
듣자마자
craft for
어깨를 들썩이게 한
years.
그야말로 에이스 B팀의 최고 에이스 팀원. 이번에도 정확한 안무를 보여줍니다.
And the fact that he can also sing like he sings. It's insane.
They couldn't believe it. We pretty much witnessed his visual, auditory, and kinesthetic memory being already on a different level even at the earlier stages of his career. Fast forward to the final show, Stell and Josh killed it and won it all. Stell was asked what his dream was, and here's what he said.
My dream is to dance with my favorite idol, 방탄소년단.
Later that night, that dream came true. It's so crazy how powerful a person's will could be to the point that he can make things happen. So after that, Seion kept competing locally and eventually crossed paths with the other would-be SB19 members. Not as friends, but as competitors. ShowBT then held an audition which led to forming the greatest P-pop group ever assembled in the history of Filipino music. Their start was
crazy
not
how
smooth
life
sailing.
works.
In fact, there was a point when all of the other members quit and it was only Stell who remained. He kept training despite what happened, and Justin joined him from time to time while studying. This went on for weeks until the other members decided to come back. If you want to know more about their story as a group, check out the SB19 story series I made. Link down in the description. You can also join the highest tier membership of the channel because not only you are credited as an executive producer, but you're also helping the channel and producing stories that deserve to be heard, just like SB19 stories, for example. So having all those positive things said about Stell, why does he still have haters? What is it that people don't understand about him? For me, it's simple.
I mean, people are evil.
They're just jealous.
Also
These people
that.
choose not to attack him on his talent because they're obviously no match against it. Just take a look at this clip.
Yeah, what she's performing. I have reaction to this as well.
So instead, they attack him on his physical appearance.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest,
that was one
only
of
Joe
the
can
first
see and
performances
how
I was like,
passable
wow.
visuals. Most casual viewers would react the same way too. I'd suggest plastic surgery. Why not? It's 2020.
Stell couldn't help but respond to it, and his reply broke my heart. Hello, I'll also be honest. I know I'm not handsome, I admit it. But as I've always said, I'm here to show my talent. If I didn't pass in your eyes, it's okay as long as my teacher passed me. Good morning and have a nice day. The comment of the fan didn't make sense at all. I mean, is this not passable for her? Come on, man. Not only is Stell beautiful outside, but also in the inside. He even inspires every people around him, and Josh is the living proof of that.
Like Josh,
At this point, you probably already
I feel like he's
realized
the
that
person
Stell
in the band
is an
who is
ultimate
like
husbando.
not afraid to show his emotions at all and like what he thinks. He's very sincere.
Imagine
in
yourself
that
waking
way.
up in the morning with him
Like,
serving breakfast. Breakfast made by a man who can cook
make
and bake.
feel accepted
Someone who
and
can
just
sing you to sleep
loved.
using his heavenly voice or take you on the dance floor. A guy who can teach you how to breakdance or conduct voice lessons for you. An actor, a choreographer, a singer, a rapper,
Like
a
he is
natural
filling
comedian.
so many shoes.
Someone who can easily do them impromptu. Yes, I mean freestyle. A God-fearing person and a philanthropist. Sometimes it makes me think, Stell must have been outside when God summoned the rain that grants unlimited talent, because that's exactly how most people would describe him. But you know what? I actually don't believe that. Because of his story, I learned that Stell worked hard for everything he has achieved today.
Yeah, he worked
There was a
lot.
point in the story when he was already a winner, and all he gotta do was to get married. But instead, he decided to love himself enough to want better, decide better, seek better, and move in the direction of something better. He decided to ask himself, what is the next level of me? Am I done evolving? The things he accomplished were already in the past. They were over. He realized that he can't get points today for the things he's done yesterday. He started living while making a statement every day. He wanted to become the things that he sees. He had problems with his education, but he never complained and instead put in the work. He became selfless. He's now living his life with a sense of purpose, and he wants to make a difference in everybody's life and everybody he comes in contact with. Simply put, he refuses to be another man who lives his life with no significance. This brings us to his favorite praise. Be your own reason to smile.
You guys, I loved how wholesome this episode was and how insightful it was about him. And about that marriage thing, I think at first, yes, it would be like easier way out. But then in the further run, like it would be just, I feel like a burden, because if you don't love the person at first at all, like because just of the money and that's all you just live for, just money, and that's it. Like money doesn't buy a happiness, so I'm so glad that he chose his own path and his own life and his own likes of what he's capable of, because he's so talented and he has so many different things that he can do, as we just saw there and we already know. But I mean, also there's been tremendous work that has been into it, but there's been always the spark in him to keep going and being, like at the end that they said, like he doesn't want to be just an average like man just living his life. He wants to leave something after him and be like, you know, Stell did that and he did this and that and that, and maybe crafted paths for different people. Yeah, I mean, I loved it, and I loved like that Josh's impact in this episode as well, to make sure that Stell realizes of how much he is and how much he does to people. And it's so nice that people give you back when you give them like unconditional support, and it just goes back and forth, and then it's this balance, and it's not just like toxic like friendships when it's just one person giving all of it and other one's just receiving and is not really giving anything back. And I love this like chemistry when it's, you can feel like the balance of it and they care for each other. And I mean, again, it just shows like how close they are. I mean, they are the first who met in the band as well, and yeah, I from the series, this butterfly effect, how they all came to each other, it's just I don't know, it's crazy, it's beautiful in a way. I mean, I'm so glad he didn't get married. He will get married in his life, but like he had to do his things and he's doing them and doing so much that he's probably doing things that he probably never dreamed he would be doing so soon. After that point, after he got sick and be in Japan for 6 months. So I love to see him thrive and the band thrive, and I love that 18 is standing behind them and him and just supporting them and pulling them up and giving them all the support and encouragement and love that they deserve after all the years that they have struggled and like basically sacrificed of themselves to be where they are today. And I really love that people are good still around the world and are supporting them and loving them. And yeah, I mean, you probably think the same thing. So if you have any other thoughts of this episode or anything else, leave your comments down below. I will for sure read them. And yeah, I mean, I will go and watch the next episode of Josh, I believe. And yeah, but other than that, I will go now and I will see you with the next one. Bye.